go a little bit for a couple things. And the first thing we're going to do is, we usually do this at the end of the night, we're going to be baptized. First, I want to thank everybody for coming. When the school year started, we didn't know if we'd be here tonight, so this is great to see everybody. I really appreciate what everybody's done this year. The kids, I don't always say this, you guys have been very good this year. Teachers, parents, it has been a unique year to say the least, but my hat and hair is all off. You guys were a great year. I appreciate everything you've done. But we're going to do things just a little bit different here. We're going to start off with something that we usually do at the end. So I want all the kids who are involved with the Cheryl Langdon with the youth group come up here, please. Now, you don't often get a chance to do this with your bosses, but Cheryl, we got here today. We had 2 more meetings at 5:30, and then Kappel helped me set it up to where she was going to, we had Cheryl help us do ice cream. So the whole bit was just to keep you here. So we're going to do our Caring for Kids Award. I don't know if you guys know this, but Cheryl has run the youth group for, I don't know how many years, Tiffany, a long time. And as you get to watch, we always try to come up with somebody who does this. It's not just school, we're a small community. It takes a lot of people to do this and work with the kids. I'm going to have you guys, a couple of you guys come up here and talk a little bit about things. You see from Cheryl, they meet on Wednesday nights when we don't have board meetings and things like that. I'm going to talk a little bit. Your plaque is on the way, and we have work. This year's Caring for Kids Award is going to be Cheryl Langdon. So we're going to talk. If you can talk, you can come up here and get all the hugs you want and things like that.
So really, Cheryl's done an amazing job with the youth group. She's just always led us perfectly, always put us in the right direction. And I really can't remember a time where I thought, wow, Cheryl's really did do a good job. She always does a great job leading us and bringing us together at the church. And she also helps a lot with those Veterans Day programs and with blood drives. She's always making food for them. And I just like to thank her for all the things that she's done for me, all the great leadership that she's shown in my time with youth group.
Meals.
Yeah, she has great cooking, by the way. Great cooking.
So I would just say that Cheryl is really awesome. Like Mitch mentioned, she always makes us meals every other Wednesday night, and they are very good. And I don't know, I'm a little sad because it's my last year in youth group, but I've been lucky to have Cheryl for all the past 6 years that I've been in youth group. She does a lot of, takes a lot of her time out to set up stuff for us to do, whether it's just activities on youth group, or at youth group, and then setting up our mission groups too, because that takes a lot of work. So, thank you.
I just want to say thank you. It's a great bunch of kids.
one more little thing before we get going here, and if Morgan and Kelsey come up, are you ready?
Hi guys, this is from Mrs. Heinmann. Mrs. Heinmann is a great person. She's and you help us. She did a great job for us together. And she gets to be with us. And she is a great lady. We get at the house. We go to the school. What of us? That's it.
Hi, my name is Murren, and I'm so excited to be a part of the class of 2021 from Clarkson High School. I am so blessed to have the opportunity to learn with such great people. I'd like to thank the administration, staff, and classmates for being so helpful throughout my junior high and high school careers, school years. You have all made the experience very enjoyable. I'd also like to thank everyone that has assisted me in all of the extracurricular activities that I have had the pleasure of doing, experiencing over the past several years, especially Billy. Big thanks to Mrs. Heinmann has been an outstanding influence for me all over these years. She spent a lot of her time helping many special needs students, and especially helped me prepare for my future. Not only did she help me with my high school studies, but she also taught me life skills that would help me throughout my life. Mrs. Heinmann has meant so much to me that sometimes call her Mom. Thank you, Heinmann.
Good evening, everybody. With that, we're going to officially kick things off tonight with our 2021 Academic Awards night. I also want to thank you all for being here to help us celebrate the other part of our high school experiences, and that's the academics part. And you're going to see as we work through the program is that we have a lot of active students that are operating and succeed at a very high standard, and that's a tribute to the parents. And also I want to say thank you to the staff members, also because their commitment is unmatched. And with that, I would like to start with our vocal music. This is Settje.
First of all, I really enjoy getting to come over here. For those of you who don't know me, I get to come and do local music for 6th grade through seniors, 2 days a week or sometimes 3, and I just love coming over here. It's so much fun, especially since it was such an unusual year. You can try to imagine back in August, first of all, we didn't know if we'd even be here, but trying to sing with a mask on the whole time, and then trying to, you could listen to your part, because you had to be 6 6 feet away. So it definitely was an interesting year for anybody doing performing arts. But luckily, the kids stuck with it, and we were able to succeed going through it. We were not allowed at district music contests to do any large like band or choir or anything like that. And when we did compete, we still had to sing with the mask. And so they'd say sometimes like, sell the song, you're not smiling. We always wondered how they could tell that with the mask on, but I guess they're the judges. So anyhow, we had such a good blend this year. I can't thank everybody enough. Just to save time, most of your awards are already in your packets, but I'd still like you to stand to be recognized. These are the people who lettered in choir. So if our freshmen could stand, Isaac Baumert, Trinity Agerman, Christian Hammerly, Cheyenne Reed, Jolie Sokosa, Samuel. Sorry, Samuel, I just still can't get that last name. That. Okay. So, and then we'll just hold applause till stay standing though. We'll hold the applause till the end then. Sophomores are Rebecca, Hazel, Ashley, and juniors Mitch, Caitlin, Bailey, seniors Morgan, Kelsey, and Bethany. Please help me in thanking them and give them a round of applause. We were very, very lucky. Like I said, it was such a weird year to try to be seen. The East Husker Conference always has a choral clinic, but this year, of course, we weren't able to have her. We didn't think we would. And then luckily, we pushed hard enough. 4 months later, we finally got to have the choral clinic. And what that involves is first, I have everybody that wants to try it out and do an audition thing, and then I send the auditions off to judges, different music teachers that I know locally, and they select the honorees that get to go for all conference. From there, those that are selected from all conference get to go on and try out for the elite group, which is kind of like first team in the sporting activities if you're on the elite squad. So we were very, very lucky. Here in Clarkson, I think, oh gosh, just about everybody tried out. There were maybe 3 or 4 that said no, they didn't want to do it, but that is amazing. I didn't even have to, usually you have to beg, and I didn't have to do that at all. So thank you all of you who tried out. And if the following would come on up, they were selected by the judges for East Husker Conference Honor Choir. So Mitch Beeson. We can do maybe that one top thing. Baby Graybill. Christian Hammerly. Christian. Ashley. Samuel. Hazel? Caitlin? Oh, is that Hazel's? Oh, okay. All right, then we were excited too, between our group of Lee and Clarkson, we had one of the largest groups that made it. I believe we had, it was us and Stanton and, who was the other one? I can't remember, but anyway, we're very excited to have that many selected. We did have one here from Clarkson who also made the elite choir. Again, this is in your packet, but I want you to come on up, and he gets a medal for being selected for East Central All Conference, the elite group, or which will be kind of like first team. There was 3 in Lee and 1 here, so it was Isaac there. And you get your certificate and your medal in the packets. And again, I could go on and on, but I'm going to keep going here. I do have to give an improvement award because this girl has worked and worked and worked. She was in choir all 4 years. Went to every honor choir that I could possibly find to get her into. She kept working anytime we needed to start spending a banner. Her and Kelsey would say, oh, I'll do it. So I would like to give the most improved choir student. She's really worked on her pitch a lot on her own. She'd send me songs that she wrote, which I need to give back to you, don't I? Morgan, come on up for most improved. And then we also get to give out the National School Choral Award. So this year I would like to give it to a gal who also has tried out for East Wester and made the choir both of her years, and she also received a 1 at District Music Contest from the NSAA this year. So if Ashley, could you come up as the recipient of the National School Choral Award? We're doing this, Ms. Kowalski will do the instrumental awards.
All right, I will start by recognizing all the students that are in band, high school band. If you would stand up when I call your name and wait for applause until the end. Isaac, Trinity, Christian, Caden, Alyssa, Garrett, Drew, Ashley, Ella, Mitch, Melissa, Caitlin, Haley, Grace, and Bridget. Also, Ashley and Melissa and Ella, can you say that, please? These ladies, they participated in District Music Contest this year. All 3 of them got an excellent. Ashley did a flute solo, and Melissa and Ella did a clarinet duet. All right, next I have the East Western Conference Honor Band certificate. And these 2, they tried out and they made it into the symphonic band. There's 2 bands, there's a wind ensemble and there's a symphonic band. And they made it into the symphonic band, and you have to audition to get in to either the symphonic band or the wind ensemble. And so they made it, and that is Mitch Beeson and Melissa Bonner. Some most improved awards. My most improved freshman. These 2 guys, when there was a day, like if there was a track day or for some reason a whole bunch of the kids were gone, and in their section, they would like bring it out, even though they were kind of timid and scared to do it. But they still did it, and that is Isaac Baumert and Garrett Spinola. Now, my 2 and most improved sophomores. This was hard for me to decide. One of them likes to mess around sometimes, but she still has improved since last year. And she did audition for the East Western Conference, and she did do the duet for the music contest. And then my other sophomore, she has improved since she was in 8th so much that I got her to do a solo, no matter how much I begged her. So these two ladies are Ashley and Ella. Alright, I have those improved juniors. And there's not much I can say about these two, but they just make band awesome for me. And they have improved a lot. And these two are Melissa and Mitch. Alright, my last band award is the John Phillips Sousa Band Award, which is a big award. And this lady, she has tried out before for East Husker Conference Band, but she always puts everything into playing her saxophone. And that is Bridget Ruka. Alright, next I have one act. So I'm not going anywhere. Okay. One act, we participated in a festival, the Pender One Act Festival. And we received 7th place out of all 8, which was great for my first time doing one act. And I have those awards right here for the outstanding actors. And those go to Hazel, Ashley, and Alicia. Please come forward. Ashley, you look me in the back. For East Husker Conference, we received 8th place, but it was a hard conference in the first place. But I thought they did a fantastic job, and these two, Hazel and Ashley, received the Outstanding Actor Awards. And then we had to travel all the way to Pawnee City for districts. And that was a long trip. But they did an amazing job. We almost got 6th. Almost got 6th. But we got 7th. But that's okay. So these awards go to Hazel and Ashley. Come back. And I also have one for Rebecca. Now before I go, if you were in one act this year, can you please stand up to be recognized? There's more than that, I know there is. Then we have Mrs. Baumert with speech.
talented teaching that I have ever worked with. Outside of speech, they're just some of the best examples of what a well-rounded student and individual should look like. And so I appreciate all of the time and all of the effort that you guys put into speech because I know you guys are busy. Our team this year was really solid. According to my medal count, we were sitting at even 150 medals that went out this season. We took districts by lots of points, and we sent 13 events to state. So the season itself was really, really awesome. If my seniors could stand, 5 of you. So you guys, over the past 4 years, have just been awesome to work with. And I love getting to know you guys because we have individual practices together. And I know that every single one of you is going to change the world. So anything that you choose to pursue, I wish you the best of luck. And I just want to say thank you for being you. So typically I just have a few awards that I hand out and I bring the students up here to do so, but I felt this year, like I said, with this talented group, there's more awards than normal. So instead of bringing everybody up, I put everything into your packets. So when you get an award, you can just stand to be acknowledged. We'll do it that way. Okay? So the first award that I would like to give out, I'm calling my Successful Rookie Award. So these are for the students that came into the teaching for the first time this year, and these guys just jumped in. They did what I asked them to do, whether it was just memorizing their pieces, getting up in front of people to talk. I threw some of them into some varsity events, and we had some freshmen that actually spoke at state this year, which is a pretty big accomplishment. So I would like to acknowledge my 3 freshmen, which are Trinity, Samuel, and Jaden. All right, my next award goes to 2 ladies who have mastered the art of informed speaking. So these 2 girls started speech last year as juniors. They both competed in the informative event. And let me just say that they took on something that was very daunting, and they are so brave, and I am just so overjoyed that they were able to be successful in this event. So if I could have Murren and Kelsey Moore stand. And then this year, I had 2 girls that I felt like every single time that we had practice, they were just like, what do I need to do? How can I make this better? What am I going to do to change this? So for one of the girls, it was just constantly changing, how do I perfect my snotty mother character? What do I need to do with my voice? What do I need to do with my hands? How can I change it to make it better? And for the other one, it was completely changing her speech pattern that she's had for her whole entire life, just to make sure that she was successful this year. So I just want to acknowledge them for going above and beyond, and really just putting more effort in to know that they were going to be successful. And that goes to Bridget Rubrecht and Melissa Bunner. Sorry, not Bridget. Then I also had 2 ladies that took on the task that I've only had one other person try to do, and that's doing 4 events in 1 season. So the amount of time that it takes to prep 4 events, and the amount of stamina that it takes to actually compete with those 4 events in 1 speech in 1 day is exhausting. So these 2 girls did it willingly, asked me to do it. I didn't have to beg, didn't have to go and reach out to them for anything. So I want to acknowledge Ashley and Ella for being my 4 event superstars. And the last award that I want to give out is an award that I think is pretty special to me this year because it really shows the true character of the students that we have here at Clarkson. So because of COVID and everything else going on, we didn't really know what the speech season was going to look like. Would it be virtual? Would it be in person? We didn't know. So when I had my first meeting and said, hey, who's interested? What events do you want to do? We kind of were short some events because, well, if it was virtual, it was going to be smaller than usual. However, we were able to do everything in person, which left a lot of holes in the team. So when I reached out to some of the students about, hey, could you come in and fill this spot for me? They all said yes. So again, the character of these students to willingly say, absolutely, I will put in time and effort and come in before school, after school, whenever you need me in order to do this, really shows me a lot. And I had 6 people that were willing to do that for me. So if I could have Bridget Ruprecht, Bailey Lundberg, Mitch Beeson, Drew Beeson, Hazel Munt, and Samuel Pocasangre, please stand. If you guys would not have stepped up and taken and filled those holes for me, our team standings and all of our streets would have been non-existent, and our district placing would have been drastically different. So thank you very much. And the final thing I want to say is, if you are a parent of a speech student, I want to say thank you for letting them come in the morning, letting them come in after school, late at night, and allowing me to take them for all of those Saturdays. So I appreciate the parents if you could give them a round of applause. And moving on, we're to Mrs. Cerv. Something that Mrs. Baumert neglected to say. She lives here during speech. She's here early in the morning, and her kids are in the hall waiting for her, and they're being perfectly great kids waiting, and it amazes me every day to see that. And Danny, her guest speaker. Starting off this year, leaving COVID and all those great art projects that were sent to me over COVID, we had to start the year, it was a little slow. Make a poster that represents 2020 to you. What did you go through? That's what they went through. So it was a very long first quarter. It took a whole quarter to make a poster. It was crazy. But then we're starting to slowly get back into it, and art became art again. But it did take a while. And believe me, I was the same way during COVID. And so if I gave you a hard time with some of the things that you sent in, like the tractor trailers and the tractors and pickups and the kittens and all the things that I got from very old students. I'm very happy that we're back to normal. I want to thank the administration. We went to Jocelyn this year. That's always nice if they let us go. This year we could only take 8 students, so I took 4 from Lee and 4 from Clarkson. It just worked out that way. Those were my advanced students. We took Hazel, Zoe, Haley, and Ashley from here. Had a great time. It was all girls. Just happened to be that way. We had a super time. And we have the whole museum obviously to ourselves because we can only take 8 people to a museum. How many people are bringing a group of kids from a big school? Nobody. So the whole museum is just pretty much empty. And so that was kind of fun. I also want to thank Trish and Diane. I don't know if they're here, but they do a great job keeping the trash in my room. That's so important because it starts to pile up. So, there's a list of all the award winners that we got at the conference art show that's in the pamphlet there. It's important to say, because the kids, I just want to fight. It's just not fun. There's schools that don't even take homo rights written. There's some schools with no ribbons, and maybe they do only take home one right or one red ribbon. So those white ribbons are important. And you don't want to get too many because you have to pay for those.
Every ribbon I have to pay for this. Remember the day when we used to get medals for art? They were really proud of that. So I don't know how much we had to pay for all of those ribbons we got, but I guess that's okay. We also have several kids, I'm not going to go through the list of the art winners, but several kids that got awards that were not even in art. Could you, if it wasn't in art that got an award, well, stand up. Like, how does this happen? I know. They were competing with their 7th grade portraits. And maybe the high school kids with their 7th grade portraits. Several of these kids, I think 9 of them actually got an award, and they weren't even in art. They no longer have junior high conference art, so we really excelled at junior high conference art, so we really excelled. That's how it works. They save those portraits till you're a freshman or a sophomore. But yeah, they couldn't go last year, so they went this year as a sophomore. They got to do those portraits. So that's why some of those names that the kids go, I didn't think you were in art. That's why, because they were in art. All right, so some special awards that I want to hand out. Starting with some seniors. Alicia Boudinot, if you'd like to come up and get your award. She is one of the unfortunate students that have to be in art when I have elementary kids. It's just the way it works out. It's kind of crammed together the schedule. I'm over in Lee for 3 periods, then I'm over here. And so sometimes just to fit it in their schedule, they have to kind of do it on their own. And Alicia is a self-motivated, probably one of the best artists we have in the school. I wish I could have helped you more. She's going to hopefully go on to be a tattoo artist. That's pretty cool. It's probably like the first tattoo artist from Clarkson-Leigh. Okay, I don't know if she is or not for sure. That's not what the sentence. But amazing artist. And it's nice to see her eyes light up when she sees certain kind of art that she loves. When I got to have those few moments with her with art. Again, same class. He's got the Lonely Artist Award because he had to sit and work on his art all by himself. And he continued each day to do what he needed to do, and he would come up with new things to do and stay busy. And what a great kid. And the days that we did get to talk, I don't know if we talked much about art, but we had some great conversations, and I'm going to miss it. Moore, she gets the Happy Artist Award. No matter what I ask her to do, she's happy to do it, can I do it better, and how can I do this, and just anything that I want her to do, and she always is ready to do something new and something different. Kelsey, obviously, is going to be missed in this school. I feel like she should still be a freshman coming into high school. So excited. And I wish we had Kelsey's all the time on us, because it's infectious. Rebecca Kosmachek. She gets the warmest welcome award because every morning when I see her, or afternoon, hi neighbor! Who says that? Nobody. Mitch doesn't say it, Drew doesn't say it, they're closest to me. You can't get any closer neighbors, so you're going to have to pick up the pace when you leave, when she leaves, because Rebecca's not going to be around Sunday anymore, so there's nothing better than some kid that says hello to you first. And there's not many of those. And I love it. Is Zoe here? Good to see her. Most dedicated, she's another student that has to be in there with my junior high kids. And so she just works away all by herself and moves from one thing to the next. Love that. Hazelnut, the biggest lover of art. If we could go to the Jocelyn every day, she'd be so excited. She couldn't wait to go to Jocelyn. We had to move it from one week to another, and she was so excited. If her kid is excited to go to Jocelyn, that's way cool with me. Neat girl. That makes my life happy. Ashley. Best drapery artist ever. Of course, she won't draw anything else, so she has to be the best drapery artist ever. So that's all she likes to draw.
and it's a college level thing. If you've seen her art, it is college level. I would say the most self-driven. She too moves from one topic, one art project to the next. She says, can I do this? How about this? Can I do this? How about this? And just moves from one to the next. She's just excited to do whatever involves art. No paper?
She's here.
She's here. Oh, you weren't gonna come up? What? You didn't know? She gets the kindness award. Again, great artist. She moves from one thing to the next. Doesn't ever say a word. It's just always just perfectly sweet. Just sits there with sweet. Thank you. Maggie got my most improved artist award. Jackson Coyne. My due diligence award. He's here. Where is it? See, you can only see close or far. I can't see him. Great artist, again, works very well moving from one thing to the next, wanting to do more art. I appreciate that. Thank you. And that brings us to Drew. Drew Beeson got the Best of Show three-dimensional art. There's only 2 Best of Shows in all of our whole conference with what 17 schools. And he got Best of Show. They had a long speech about it. It was so great. And it's neat to have that. And again, he would have gotten the medal for sculpture, so really good for the department. Here's a kid that if I'm going to do it, I want to do it well. And so whatever our project he does, he makes sure that it is done well. And not just is this good enough. There's never good enough. Thank you guys. I appreciate everything. Have a great summer. Seniors, good luck. Thank you. And Mrs. Miller. Hello. Okay, the name of my name here is always keep it short and sweet, so hopefully I continue that. My first award is most curious about other cultures. We often talk about in class how it's not just a matter of knowing all the words in the dictionary, but it's also important to know how to say it or when to say it and realize the context that you're in. And so we don't just work on memorizing a bunch of words, but we always have cultural aspects to whatever it is, whatever topic that we're working on. So my award here goes to a kid who just always perks up whenever there's something, they notice things that are different or things that are similar. They just have a special extra interest, seem to be very observant about noticing like those other little things. So this most curious about other cultures goes to Cheyenne Reed. Come on up. Okay, my next award is most fluent expression, and I've got one of these from each of my high school classes. These are kids who both in their written expression and oral expression are the most, things just kind of tend to roll out pretty easy for them. It sounds more natural maybe than some of their peers. So from my freshman class, this goes to Chloe Heinmann, from the sophomores to Tammi McEvoy, and from the juniors to Noah Holoubek. And my last set here is most improved Spanish. And these are kind of the fun ones because as some of the ones that have come before me have said, like you just get to see that progress along the way.
For me, I get to watch them come in and they know maybe like 2 words, or they're really shy and they just don't want to put themselves out there. So these students, I've seen a ton of growth in them. The first couple are from just really recently, like within a year, and then I also have a student that I've had for a while, but just suddenly this year has particularly blossomed. So one of these is Hazelnut. She, again, was one that like couldn't seem to put her words together, just wasn't sure, and then all of a sudden just had like something clicked, and there's a ton more words on her paper, and she's able to put them together to make sense of her ideas. So I was really, really excited to see big progress there this year. Another one goes to Caitlin Ferrer, who is not here tonight. She flew through the schedule. Is supposed to be doing Spanish 2, but got put in with my Spanish 3, which at first I think was really intimidating to her. But she has come a long way. I think in the long run, it was like really, really good, very beneficial for her. And my last one goes to a junior who at first was set on, it's gotta be perfect. I don't know how to say it, like I'm gonna say 3 perfect words instead of risking something I'm not very sure of. And this year, like over the course of time, now she is one of my most vocal kids in class. She speaks up, she knows what's going on. It surprises herself sometimes, but she's come a long way over these last 3 years. So Melissa Leonard, come on up. And with that, I believe science is next, so I'll turn it over to Mrs. Baird.
Hello. I haven't done this in a while, so hopefully I'll do okay. But first of all, I just wanted to say thank you for welcoming me back to Clarkson. It's been a fun experience and instilled in me my stronger belief that Clarkson has the kindest people in Nebraska. I don't wear red very often, but I wear it for Clarkson. So, and I mean that. I've lived here now 25 years, more than 25 years, and I do believe that Clarkson has the kindest people. The students did a really good job of stepping up to the plate for me. They worked, they learned. There were a select few that truly put forth a lot of effort and the time in to maintain a 95% average this whole semester. It wasn't easy. You know, it was a big change, and I have high expectations. So I hope that they learn from me, but and most of all, hope that by working that you learn and you succeed. So these students are in your program, and I would ask them to please stand. 95 is a pretty good grade and a pretty good grade to be proud of. So I'm proud of you. In chemistry, it was Mitchell, Eli, McKenna, Melissa, and Noah. I'm especially proud of chemistry, so in biology, it was Drew, Ella, Ashley, Braden, and Sammy. In freshman science, which is physical science, that was a tough class. It's a big class, and it was the last period of the day. And it was, I want to give a special applaud to these students for being able to maintain their focus that time of day with a big class. So Alyssa, Samuel, and Christian for the class. So I have one more student that I just felt I would give an award to because he is so respectful and curious and willing to work and learn and put in that extra time just to go that extra step, mostly to learn for himself and mostly is can even see tonight, to give back, because that's what he does. He paid attention to all the little details. He came and asked more questions. He looked up articles, and he applied what he was learning to everyday life. So I'm just proud to have had the opportunity to teach Noah, and I know that in the future he's going to do our world. Thank you all.
Good evening. I am Mr. Cooper. I am the Ag Education Instructor for a new agricultural education program. I am Mr. Lindbergh's worst nightmare. A microphone, a captive audience, and all night to get it done. Well, that's not going to happen. I award on, first of all, I'd like to mention that everything that we do in agriculture and in FFA is about character and respect. So, gentlemen that are in my ag class or were in my ag class, that's all. Especially the opposite of that. Thank you. For outstanding students in Introduction to AF&R, Agricultural Foods and Natural Resources, they change it about every 3 years, it seems like. Garrett Stodola. Plant Systems, Brady Brother. In Animal Systems, Caitlin Fury. And then we have in Agribusiness Systems. I was in senior class. I had to calculate grades. I don't know how many times to get outstanding student. Goes to Lance Lacrosse. I also take care of the shop part of the curriculum, but it is still under the agriculture education title. Our woodworking and construction outstanding student is Brian Scott. And welding and fabrication goes to Brock Markson. About a week and a half ago, we had our FFA banquet. I got some unfinished business from there concerning that we have plaques, and we have plaques on hand that are blank. So, because we don't know until the day of who's getting what award. But we would like to have something to take a picture with. With that, those students got it blank. Well, today, we actually have the real plaques. We have a star green in. This is suggested by the senior members, senior officers this year, and I take that into consideration. This year's star green in is highly accomplished. We have Star Chapter at placement. That was Grady Robert. And finally, we have a Star Farmer, which goes to Ella Kappel. All right, I'd like to introduce the math instructor. So, with Mr. Horacek, please come forward.
Not here.
What? Oh, student. Well, who is the math teacher? Mr. Horacek. So you're filling in? So supposedly the math instructor is Mr. Horacek.
Mr. Cooper didn't get the memo that it's supposed to be like a snowball going down the hill, getting faster and faster. There we go. So I'm going to pick up where he left off. Math awards, I have 3 awards, and I'm going to have them come up here and stand here, and I'll say a little bit about them. Very little, and it'll be very short. Chloe Heinmann, outstanding geometry. Drew Beeson, outstanding algebra 2, and Noah Holoubek, outstanding pre calculus. Got lots of high-flying students, and there was some tough competition for these awards, but these 3, great effort every day, always attentive and engaged. Learning is important to them, and it shows in their grades and their work. They rarely have questions, but if they do have something that they don't understand, they make sure they get clarification before they move on. Chloe, Drew, and Noah, great job. Keep up the good work. And Mr. Clarkson is next.
We're talking about physical education. Best class today, so we'll get on with it. I have 4 awards. First one I have is high performer, and that just goes to whoever kind of shows up and they win a lot and do a lot of good things. This year we have a senior who tried to play football for 3 years, but we finally got him out the track. Doing a great job there. He dominated in lifetime activities. Elaine Kuro.
That's the full t-shirt.
All right, next we have our most improved award. I know we had a lot of guys up for this one, and it's always kind of tricky because people get better at overdoing it. It's kind of plan. But this one goes to a freshman. He's been working real hard. His numbers have been going up. Comes in the morning and comes to class, even on weightlifting days. That is Isaac Baumert. So put a hands together. All right, next we have the Everyday Effort Award. Again, this kid comes in and busts his butt every day, works hard, goes to class. We got another one, another freshman who comes in the morning, even on weightlifting days, and gets extra lifts in and things during the 0 period. And that is Garrett Stola. even though the fifth period guys would probably like this one, because all they'd rather do is play games except lift weights. We'll have to wait a year before they're eligible for this award. Sure. But, even though they are from one group, and they probably deserve some game awards. This one goes to a freshman who cranks it up a notch usually when we do different activities and games. And sometimes they get a little intense. Even the language actually gets a little rough sometimes, which we have to check her on. And that is Chloe Honyel. All right, and that concludes our physical education, and we'll pass it on to Mr. Murren, the business department. Thank you.
All right, let's rock and roll here. This is fun here to introduce this award. So we'll start with Accounting 1, the Accounting Wizards Award. So these awards go to the students with the highest grade in the class of 4 quarters. So for Accounting 1, the Accounting Wizard is Ashley Guillen. For Accounting 2, it is Brian Scott. He's not here, but we'll give him a round of applause. For Personal Finance, which we actually played at the sophomore game, which we do every year, which was intense this year, but I ended up only the names here one there. But the Money Matters Award for the highest grade in Personal Finance is Bailey Ledbury. And then I actually have 3 Oscars awards for my multimedia class for 3 students that joined the class and really got out of their comfort level, got out of their comfort level, yeah, I guess. So we have Emily Chick, we have Cheyenne Reed, who we never thought when she came here originally, it was awesome, and then Trinity Agerman. So, these 3 are the group maybe they do a fantastic job, so. Now, real quick, I was going to touch on FBLA. Hopefully some of you have seen the article in the paper and then on our school website and such. FBLA, we did a very good job this year as far as the state competitions. Unfortunately, it had to be virtual and national virtual. But we do have one student that decided to just rock and roll at state FBLA. And it worked out perfect because today the awards came in. So Noah Holoubek, you want to come up here real quick? And Nick Beeson, you're back here as well. All right, so Mitchell got 6th in the state in impromptu speaking, which I think there were 80-some odd competitors, something like that. And then Noah and Mitchell and Emily Lowski got 1st in the state in mobile application development. So they qualified for nationals. That's what we went to in nationals a couple years ago, or 2 years ago. And so they're not going to go in that one. You can only go in one event. And so we're hopefully going to save that for next year and make it really, really good and not be virtual. So very good job, gentlemen there. So there is a plaque here, but I'll keep this one and I got to figure out how to use it. So we'll keep this for now. All right. And then Noah. So Noah got 1st in mobile application development with Mitchell and Emily. And then Noah also decided to get a little crazy and get 1st in database design applications. So he got 1st in the state and that, qualified for nationals in that, but he's not going to go on that one. And then he also got 1st. And then he also got first in cybersecurity. So Noah got first in the state in 3 different competitions. Here's the cybersecurity one. And this is what he'll be participating in nationals in June. It's supposed to be in Anaheim. And Noah has a relative in Anaheim, right? Yeah, close relative, and we're going to give a tour of some things, but it's all right. It'll be virtual, so fantastic job, gentlemen. I'm going to come up there real quick, too. I do want to give Noah and my main man Sam a little shout out here. I have Noah in my 8th period. That's kind of my planning period, junior high sports. And so he's with me then, and he helps on a bunch of tech stuff. And then Samuel does the same kind of thing, 6th period. So these guys have done a fantastic job this year. Noah actually knows a lot more than me, but that's okay. And then Samuel is actually learning because Noah's going to be graduating next year. So hopefully somebody can keep rocking and rolling. So I want to give these guys a shout out for helping out with all the tech problems this year and just doing a fantastic job. So let's give them a round of applause. And last but not least, can I get these 2 knuckleheads up here? And then Braden, Dexter, Langdon, Mick, Drew, Connor, John, Jacob, and Lance if you're here. All right. And Corbin. Anybody else? I don't know how to do it. All right, so as you can see, I don't know if many of you have noticed or not, tonight was set up by Samuel and Noah. I don't know if you can turn around real quick and look at the little setup they got back there. It is some top-notch stuff. That is all these guys. So with COVID and the inability for fans to come, or even families for that matter, these guys are a stream team, and they do this all. They just do it. It's fantastic. They get some free candy and free pop and stuff. But they put on all the games. They had an announcement this year, and they do a fantastic job. I'm kind of the sponsor of it, but realistically, they do everything. Like 8th period today, Samuel and Noah came in here, so they're going to set up for the stream, and I thought we were going to have 1 camera and 1 computer. And I come in tonight, and we have 3 cameras with 3 different views, and Noah's got extra computers, different things. So I just want to make sure that these guys in the stream team get recognition for their time that they put in this year to make sure that friends and family and everybody that was not able to make games could see it. So let's give them a round of applause, please. And with that, I will pass it to Mrs. Morfeld, I believe. Yes, thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm going to switch it up and start with journalism. There was kind of a hodgepodge of students that helped with journalism this year. I had Colin Deloe. He helped out first semester. In this time, he did everything that I asked of him. If it was creating yearbook layouts, if it was helping with yearbook ads, if it was invoicing, taking pictures, writing spotlights. This was a great first semester, and I really appreciated that. And then Bailey Lindbergh, you're here, standing up front. So Bailey didn't take the class this year, but she's taking it just kind of as an extracurricular, but she's been looking all 4 years, and if something needs done, she does it. You're going to be doing a lot of work in the next month with me, but that's okay. Last year she stepped in and was helping out during the summer when she didn't have to. So I really appreciate you going above and beyond, and thank you for that. So that was great. And then just a shout out to anybody that helped journalism, whether it was taking pictures, selling ads with us, and I apologize. Apologize if I forgot somebody, but these people please stand. Cheyenne Bunch, Lyric Vance, Richard Ruprecht, Mitchell Eason, Noah Holoubek, Haley Cooper, Zoe Wolford, Grace Baumert, Alan Kappel, Drew Beeson, Hazel Munt, Mrs. Kowalski, Mr. Horacek. if I forgot somebody again, my apologies, but these folks helped either take pictures or sell yearbook ads with us, so thank you so much, because when we have such a small journalism staff, we can't be everywhere at once, so thank you for the help that you guys did. It's so much. And then the yearbook's going to come out in August, and we're calling it the new normal, because we totally had it normal this year, so looking forward to that. All right, for the excellence in English, I would like to recognize 5 students for the improvement they showed in the English classroom. So if you folks could make your way up here, I do have a certificate for you. For Caitlin Fair, English 11, Jared Novotny, English 11, McKenna Stodola, English 11, Hazel Munt, English 10, and Addison McAtee for English 9. And then I had 10 students who were able to maintain an 8 average in English the entire year. I'm so pleased with the work that they put forth on daily work, on tests, on class participation, whatever that may be. They were able to maintain my pretty high standards, and congratulations to them. So I'll have them come up to receive their certificates. Tommy McEvoy, English 12, Mitchell Beeson, English 11, Melissa Bunner, English 11, Carter Hano, English 11, Noah Holoubek, English 11, Drew Beeson, English 10, Ashley Dean, English 10, Ella Kappel, English 10, Sammy McEvoy, English 10, and Chloe Hano, English 9. Congratulations. And one last note to my Patriot period. I really enjoyed Patriot period. I enjoyed it last year. Seniors that I had, 5. Juniors that I had last year, 5. I missed it. But this year for my Patriot period, I had Brian and Dylan and Gavin and Jared and Cooper and Kyan and Zoe, and Haley and McKenna and Brock. And you guys really made a fun year. Thank you for making me watch a horror movie. That was pretty stupid. Don't watch the movie, guys. It was terrible. It was really bad. Thanks for the back discussions, Pictionary, just random things that we did. The games of Foursquare were epic. I don't know how Mr. Clarkson feels about underhand stuff, but when you slam the ball down, I don't think that's underhand, but it was fun anyway. And games of volleyball where the net was just a suggestion and not really a hard fast rule. That was a lot of fun. And someone still owes me a frisbee. It's on top of the roof for the 3rd time. So thank you all. I hope everybody has a great summer. Parents, thank you for the time and effort that you guys put in with your kids as well, because we've got great kids. Mrs. Vering said it. We've got awesome students here. So thank you for that. I'm going to introduce my next door neighbor, the keeper of the Antarctic, Bob McEvoy.
Okay, I'm up here to present academic excellence awards in social studies, all my social studies classes. I'm fortunate that I get to see every single student, 7 all the way through 12, every day, and get to kind of see their growth and their progress throughout. Something that I try to do is recognize those students. I had trouble years ago trying to come up with best student award or whatever, and I just said, nope, I want to give it to anybody that really puts in the effort all year long. And sometimes you end up with several kids that do that. And like everybody else has been saying, Clarkson Public Schools, we have a lot of kids that are like that. So I'm fortunate to have all of them. So You have to have a 98% or better for the entire school year up to today. I literally figured grades today. For the freshman world geography, what I'll do is I'll call those winners up and then we'll give them all a round of applause when they're up here and up in the next class. The first recipient of the Academic Excellence Award is Alyssa Virenzi, Chloe Heinmann, Abby McAtee, and Samuel Pocasangre. Come on up. The sophomore American Mystery, 98% for all 4 quarters. Drew Beeson, Ashley Ian, Ella Kappel, and Sammy McEvoy. The Junior American Government Excellence Awards go to Mitch Beeson, Melissa Bunner, Carter Heinmann, and Noah Holoubek. And last but certainly not least, the seniors for current issues, 98% or better for the entire school year. Grace Baumert, Lane Kudra, Bailey Lindbergh, Tommy McEvoy, Bethany Rupert, and Richard Rupert. And next up is Mr. Schneider.
Well, I was sitting there and I was wondering, as you know, one teacher goes off and one comes up, is the applause for the person leaving or for the person coming up? Because I figured it out, it's for the person leaving, it wasn't for me. So, that's a joke. All right. What I'm going to get to do and discuss is the other part of the academics, and Mr. Murren touched on some of the FBLA, and it's another area where students can be active and excel at. So when I say your organization, please stand to be recognized. First will be FCC-LA. Stay standing. Next will be FBLA. And then some of you are wondering what is the distinction between the two. So the way I understand it, FCCLA is essentially the Family Consumer Science interface, and then your FBLA is your Future Business Leaders of America. I believe I got that right, Mr. Murren. And thirdly, we have is FFA. Please stand. I know it's a little confusing with FFA, and to point out, FFA no longer stands for Future Farmers of America. FFA is a leadership organization in which you get to learn about agricultural components, but at the same time, you get to work on and improve your speech and leadership skills through the club and national organization. So, thank you. Now, we worked through the program and we flipped to the back. We also want to kind of give recognition to. We had our athletic banquet. Your last Friday and stuff, but as you work through, what I want you to do is I want you to kind of correlate the second portion with what you're going to see with the participation that we had in the different events that were listed. Again, it's denoted with an asterisk that they got a letter, but there's also other components then that is part of it for the kids, and it shows the competition as we work through, but also the commitment to not only the academic side, but also then the participation in the lettering. What I do want to start to recognize now as an individual bit is one, first will be the 3 sport participants. If you please stand when I call your name. Christian Henry, George Stephensmeyer, Jaden Steckelstad, Drew Beeson, Sammy McEvoy, Connor Jurgensen, Trey Stephensmeyer, and Jay Stanley. So these are individuals that were 3 sport participants, but not necessarily 3 sport lettermen. So again, thank you for your participation. Next is upon being a 3-sport participant, next though is another level becomes 3-sport level winner. Again, as I say, you get 3 guys and 2 be recognized. Isaac Baumert, Chloe Hano, Jackson Coyne, Mitchell Beeson, Eli Hayes, Grayson Baumert, Ryan Horacek, Carter Hano, Faith Indra, and Tommy McEvoy. And then the last one is seven letters. So this is 7 letters that they have earned throughout their high school careers. And Tommy McEvoy, Lance Kowalski, Mitchell Beeson, Faith Indra, and Carter Hano. So now we should progress. That is just straight the athletic end of it, but we also have recognition for those that are not only are they able to compete, participate, and be active in our side and additional clubs and activities, they're also able to be in the classroom and still maintain a high academic achievement. So with that, I'd like to recognize the scholar athletes. Those are lettered in the minimum of 2 sports, and we're on honor roll minimum of 3 quarters. Stan, Chloe Hano, Harris Carolla, Samuel Pocasangre, Drew Beeson, Mitchell Beeson, Eli Hayes, Grayson Baumert, Tommy McEvoy, Joey Stephensmeyer, Jaden Steckelstad, Jackson Coyne, Carter Hano, Faith Indra, and Bailey Miller. Next is the NSAA Academic All-State. In order to be eligible, you need to be a senior or a junior. You also have to be able to carry a GPA of minimum about 93 straight percent, or roughly 3.4 GPA. And that for volleyball, we have Bailey Lindbergh, girls basketball, Bailey Lindbergh, and then for boys basketball, Eli Hayes and Connor Hano. You can stand; those certificates will be in your packet. In case you're wondering, the NSA Academic All-State is shared between schools within the co-op, so that is why we don't have, there's not as many. Also now that we work through, we get more straight in with the academic portion of what is the kids kind of work through the school year. To start with, I'd like to recognize the superior honor roll students. So the student had an average of 96% or above, and no grade below a letter grade C. Those of you that qualify, please stand to be recognized. I'll read these. Alyssa, Chloe, Samuel, Drew, Ella, Ashley, Mitchell, Eli, Haley, Brian, Grayson, Emily, Bailey Lindbergh, Bethany, Lyric, Christian, Garrett, Braden, Sammy, Melissa, Noah, Jared, Cheyenne, Lane, Tommy, Bridget, and Alicia. Honor roll. These are individuals that were maintaining 90 to 95% and no grade below a letter C grade. They are Addie, Nick, Jaden, Landon Hick, Jackson, Colin DeLoe, Bailey Grado, Faith, Haley Kura, Jared, Brian, Zoe, Graceland, Lance, Toby, Cheyenne, Joey, and Jace, Hazel, Dylan, Carter, Bryce, Gavin, Kyan, McKenna, Cheyenne Bunch, Austin, and Glenn. Honorable mention. Students that had an average of 86 or 89 in no grade below a letter grade C. Isaac, Jaden, Jace, Colin, Faith, Zoe, Ryan, Maddie, Caitlin, and Bryce. Finally, perfect attendance, and very difficult to do. Again, you guys should be in your packet. And getting started, I'd like you to have Joey Steffensmeyer and also Brady Roberts. That's good to see you, Brady. You got a great start. You got to follow your sister. So, good luck with that. So, I believe with that, I will turn it over to Mrs. Kappel.
Well, we're getting to the end and we have not hit 2 hours. Usually I was telling Miss Cerv that this is usually like a 2-hour thing and we're going to get done early tonight. So, Cooper, I guess you didn't meet, Mr. Bailey's record. I don't know. No, we like that. It's all right. It's good. It's been a wonderful year having students here all year. And I don't think I really slowed down and thought about that except for maybe like 2 weeks ago or so, where it kind of hit me like, oh my gosh, 4th quarter last year. That was terrible. And just, remembering all of the Zooming and trying to, teach in that way. It's just been so nice to have a normal school year, kind of, and having you guys in the hallways. I love it. Best job in the world. We have the best job in the world. So, there are still events that are virtual, and I am looking forward to yet another year where we can get everything back to normal. But if I could, I'm going to get us started with sophomores here. If I could have Drew, Ella, Sammy, and Ashley come on up. We have the opportunity to have in person the Nebraska Leadership Seminar this summer, and it was crazy. Students were, I think they've been hungry for this, to be able to get back into like a normal, like I want to go to a camp, I want to go and do stuff and not be on Zoom and doing virtual stuff. So these 4 individuals will be representing Clarkson in June at Southeast Community College Milford campus. The Clarkson Women's Club actually selects the attendees and they sponsor one of the delegates. And then the District 58 Foundation Opportunity Fund graciously sponsors part of the rest of the 3 individuals fee to attend. So I think they're going to have a pretty good experience. Paige Moore went to this. Remember, Paige, you loved this, like it was the coolest thing. So I always use you as an example and tell them you loved it, it was awesome, you should go. They will be learning about team building activities, they'll listen to keynote speakers from around the country, they'll get to participate in current event discussions, they'll do a community service project, and they'll challenge their personal perspectives and learn to appreciate and respect the opinions of others with differing views. So I know that these guys already do those things, but I think they're going to really enjoy it. So congratulations, guys, for being chosen to go to that. Northeast Community College has an academic contest every year, and that was virtual. The contest usually we get to go to campus, We didn't even get to do it last year, so I guess virtual is better than nothing. But we did have several students compete, and so if you are on the program, you remember taking the test, they had to use their laptops and take the test from here. You would stand to be recognized if you were a participant in the Northeast Academic Contest. Please stand. And then if I could have Emily and Noah please come on up here. We had 30 students compete in the competition, and they did a good job. You know, those tests are a lot of college level kinds of questions. So some of the material they may have covered, like, you know, you're going against 40, 50 other schools in the area, and we always represent well, but I really want to recognize these two because they got a medal. They only give medals to the top 3 placings for each competition area. And so Emily, well, you know, like, let's throw a senior in there because the senior's whole thing is if a senior wins their competition, they get a $1,000 scholarship. So we always kind of play a game now. Okay, senior, what do you think you want to test it? Because you can't repeat a test. If you're already taking it, you can't do it again. Emily, what do you think about administrative professional? And then we get like a two-sentence description of what the test is going to be like. And Emily says, sure, I'll try it. She gets second place. I mean, how cool is that? Fourth place, right? And then Noah, business English. He couldn't take the computer one, the computer literacy. He's already won that. No, he took it 2 weeks ago, right? Is the question. So he can't repeat that. So, well, let's try business English. Why not? Wow, second place. And hopefully we'll be on campus next year. That we get back to a normal routine. Presidential Education Awards. Okay, so I love giving these awards out every year. They're in your packets. There's 2 categories. There's the Academic Achievement Award, and then there's the Academic Excellence Award. The Achievement Award has a silver seal, and the Excellence Award has the gold seal. These awards, any school can give these awards out to students, and you determine your criteria. Clarkson has used the same criteria for a very long time. We want to see that students are doing well on their achievement test, their MAP test, and then also their GPA. So you need to have at least a 90% grade point average. And if you want to meet the excellence level, you need to have scored in at least the 85th national percentile in math and reading on your MAPS test. So if you were an academic achievement recipient, please stand. You want me to read over his names? Okay. All right. Trinity, Cheyenne, Nick, Garrett, Jaden, Joey, Braden, Jace, Ella, Jackson, Hazel, Caitlin, Faith, Haley, Jared, Kyan, McKenna, Emily, and Lance. And then the Academic Excellence, which is that gold seal. And by the way, it took a long time to get the certificates this year because every time you have a new president, it's signed by President Biden. Every time you get a new president in office, there is a little bit of a time gap where we can get his stamped signature on the certificate. So we just got him in the last couple of weeks. Academic Excellence Award goes to Isaac, Alyssa, Christian, Chloe, Addison, Joey, Sandra, Drew, Sammy, Ashley, Mitchell, Melissa, Carter, Eli, Noah, Gavin, Brian, Zoe, Gracelyn, Lane, Bailey, Tommy, Bethany, Bridget, and Alicia. Congratulations. Could I have the quiz bowl team come up? That's Mitch, Noah,
team was able to compete in 3 different contests this year. You know, it was nice being able to get back into somewhat of a routine with that too. Our conference was held at Powell's, and the team did really good, a nice job in pool play, really tough competition. But they ended up seeded 11 out of 17 actually. There's 16 in the conference, but we and Clarkson are separate, so we got 17. Anyway, 11 seed, we went up against an amazing Madison team. Yes, but it still was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. Had some fun pictures and things like that, so they did a great job. We also did the KTCH radio station quiz bowl. Always fun. It's always entertaining. You just never know what kind of questions you're going to get. Sometimes we nail them, and sometimes it's an area that we just don't know a whole lot about. But, and then Northeast academic contest, they have a baseball component as well, and that was a challenge. But it was a lot of fun. It's always exciting doing baseball with you guys, so great job. Could I have Bailey and Bethany come on, please? So these 2 young ladies, because of their academic achievements, GPA, involvements, they were nominated for the NSAA Believers and Achievers Recognition, and that was in the fall, actually, that they were nominated for that. Every school is able to nominate at least 2 students based on class rank, and then they have to have been involved in NSAA sponsored activities as well. And so their pictures are is coming up this weekend, where they'll have all of those high school students featured in the Omaha World Herald. So be watching for that Sunday paper. And then also I'm going to give them their certificates and say that to girls. Okay. Let me look here. I have 2 students. You guys can go ahead and Bethany sit here, or you can go. And Tommy and Alicia come up next. Okay, so the 3 of you, I don't have the award with me. It's in your packet, so I'm sorry about that. I was going to pull it out of the packet. But the 3, this group of 3 is going to be awarded the East Husker Academic Activities All-Conference Award. To earn this award, it goes to seniors. They must have participated in at least 2 extracurricular activities that are recognized by the East Husker Conference and NSAA. Students also must have at least a 95% GPA at the conclusion of 7 semesters, and earn at least a 23 on their ACT. So this is a conference-wide recognition, and it's awesome. We've got 3 students that have achieved that. In your packets, you have a really nice certificate in there, and I think there's a pin or something like that too, with it, or a medal that goes along with that. So congratulations, guys. Jumped around, so I'm just making sure I hit everything. Noah, Bailey, could you guys come over, please? So the Knights of Columbus started
sponsoring this award. It's a few years already now. I think we're going into 4 or 5 years maybe. And they wanted to recognize outstanding students each year, a male and a female. They want to find students who are all around great individuals. And they have the staff vote, nominate and then vote on who they feel is most deserving of this recognition. Each student gets a plaque and $100. Very nice. They're looking for students that exemplify strong character, determination, and a really good work ethic. And once the student has received this award, then they cannot earn it again. It's open to all students 9th through 12th grade. Last year it was for either Ron and Tammi Vering, but this year's recipients are Bailey Lumber and Noah Holoubek. Okay, now we're going to do our seniors. Seniors, would you please come forward and have a seat in your spot? So I love putting the seniors on the spot. This is just so much fun for me. And when I reminded them, was that yesterday or no, this morning? Reminded me, remember, you're going to get mic, you get taught. Oh. And then some of them just love the mic and can't wait to get their hands on it, right, Kowalski? But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the seniors. Tell you a little bit about scholarships that some of them are getting, and then I'm going to hand the mic over and let them tell you a little bit about their plans for next year, what they're going to be doing, and then also words of advice. Any advice to underclassmen that you want to make sure they keep in mind. Okay? So, Grace Baumert. You can bring a t-shirt too. Grace is going to receive the Colfax County 4-H Council Scholarship.
Okay, so I'm going to Wayne State College next year. I'm going to major in biology and sport physiology with plans to attend physical therapy school after I finish at Wayne. And advice to underclassmen, to me, I didn't think I would be a senior this soon. Enjoy any memories of time to join the class now because it really does fly by fast.
For me, I'm taking big summer classes for college and Columbus. I still kind of be part of the school a little bit. The words of advice is to probably just be with the class as long as you can.
Cheyenne Bunch. Cheyenne's receiving the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation Scholarship, the Chadron State College Dora B. Taylor Scholarship, and the Chadron State College Foundation Board Award Scholarship.
I'm going to be attending Chadron State College for another 4 years of schooling to major in biology, and my plan is to obtain a degree in medical lab, to become a medical lab technician.
Emily Check. Emily is the recipient of the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation Scholarship, the Leonard and Elsie Engel Scholarship, the McClure Pierce Memorial Scholarship, the Northeast Community College Peter Cubitt Scholarship, and the Stanley and Emily Krupkachata Memorial Scholarship.
I plan on going to Northeast Community College to study ag business. And my advice is focus on academics because when you're applying for scholarships and maybe really in colleges, they will get that.
Lynn is receiving the Clarkson-Leigh Scholarship.
I plan on moving to Norfolk this summer and attending Northeast this fall. I plan on majoring in precision ag, and from there on I don't really have any clue, so I'll find out as it comes. But if I had any advice for upcoming classmates or underclassmen, it would be don't procrastinate. I was really bad at procrastinating. Got me in a lot of tight situations, but that's just not a good deal. Don't procrastinate.
Bailey Lindbergh, the UNK Lillian Musil Scholarship, the Northeast Community College Jack Mahan Desai and Family Scholarship, the Northeast Community College Dean's Scholarship, the UNL Husker Tradition Scholarship, Patriot Youth Advisory Scholarship, the American Legion Shuka Post 302 Scholarship, the Red Cross Scholarship, KTIC Russ Herman Memorial Scholarship, Daniel W. Holoubek Persistent Scholarship, the Booster Club Scholarship, the Paul T. Philby Scholarship, and the Clarkson Staff Scholarship.
Next year, I'm going to Northeast Community College to major in nursing. And my advice to underclassmen would be to enjoy your time in high school because before you know it, you'll be done.
Tommy will be receiving the University of Wyoming Brown and Gold Commitment Scholarship, the Patriot Youth Advisory Scholarship, the Jim and Helen Evans Memorial Scholarship, the Frank Nemitz Scholarship, the Emma Sotha Peckmonic Memorial Scholarship, the Clarkson Staff Scholarship, and the Suzanne Beeson Memorial Scholarship.
Next year I'll be attending the University of Wyoming. I'm excited on what I want to study, but my advice would be to don't stress too much while you're in high school and just enjoy while you're in.
Kelsey Miller. Kelsey, tell us what you're going to be doing after graduation and words of advice to the other classmates.
I'm going to CCC Columbus 1 year, and I want to go to Northeast because I want to be a teacher. I'll probably miss you guys. I would miss Ella the most. And I love all the teachers and the coaches. And thank you, and I want to miss you guys so much. I love Mitch and Colin and Eli and Jack this year. Love you.
The University of Nebraska-Lincoln Husker Tradition Scholarship, the Red Cross Scholarship, the Ronald and Jeanette Varina Memorial Scholarship, not Memorial, the Lewis and Emma Rother Memorial Scholarship, the Northeast Community College Ken and Ann Echtenkamp Scholarship, the Northeast Community College Dr. Patrick Keating Memorial Scholarship, and the William and Cheryl Easton Adversity Scholarship.
I'm going to Northeast next year, and I plan on studying architectural drafting. And my advice to young students is to just get along with their class because high school is a lot of fun when every day you show up to school and you get to be with all your friends.
Bridget Ruprecht. the Red Cross Scholarship, the Clarkson-Leigh Scholarship, the Stanley and Emily Chutta Memorial Scholarship, and the 2021 Stanton Woodfest Scholarship.
When I graduate, I'm going to be attending Northeast Community College, and I'm going to study pre-chiropractics and hope to become a chiropractor after 7 years of schooling, but we'll get there. And my advice to the underclassmen is to take as many college classes as you can, because most of the time there's a scholarship to pay for.
Lyric. Lyric Advance. The Chapman State College Eagle Presidential Scholarship.
I'm attending Chapman State College in Missouri, and my advice to underclassmen is do not
Alicia Lebanon. Alicia's going to be getting me a tattoo in a few years. But here, I'll let her say.
I don't know what to say. I've got a library internship that's going to last for the summer. But after that's all done, I'm probably going to move somewhere to like a bigger city like Omaha for more opportunities to pursue that internship. And then advice. I guess I'll just kind of repeat what I said earlier. To not be afraid to ask for help, and that people aren't going to just look at you and see what you're going through.
Awesome. I'm going to excuse you guys back to your seats, and NHS is going to go ahead and get set up for their induction ceremony.
Welcome to the Clarkson National Honor Society induction ceremony. As members of the Clarkson National Honor Society, we wish to extend our thanks to the administration, staff, students, parents, and patrons of Clarkson High School for coming tonight. We are gathered to witness the induction ceremony of the members of the Clarkson High School chapter of the National Honor Society.
Membership by invitation only to the Clarkson chapter of National Honor Society has been earned by the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities: scholarship, leadership, service, and character, held in the highest esteem by the society. The large candle on the table represents the eternal light of knowledge. We shall review these qualities for the candidates. Scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. Servers can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefits of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we see in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and the abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school in taking the initiative in class and school activities. The real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a substantial charge to each of our members and to candidates. Character is the force in each individual that distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides one through life, and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved, not received. It is the product of constant action. Daily striving to make the right choice. With great power comes great responsibility. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as reliability, honesty, and sincerity, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. We would like to recognize the new members from 2020. Unfortunately, due to COVID, they were not formally inducted. With the following 2020 inductees, please sign your name in the registration book. Take a flower in your certificate. Mitchell Beeson, Melissa Bunner, Noah Holoubek, Jared Novotny, McKenna Stodola, Eli Hayes, and Carter Harwell. Congratulations. Would the following 2021 inductees please join us up front to be inducted to the Clarkson chapter of National Honor Society? As your name is called, please come forward and stand in front of the flower table. Emily Chet, Drew Beeson, Braden Brooks, Ella Kappel, Sam
should be in.
The candidates and current members will repeat the pledge. Repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Please help us congratulate the new members of the Clarkson chapter of the National Honor Society.
Stay up for pictures, but I think Mr. Schneider gives some closing remarks. Okay.
I figured we'll draw it out. This is capital jinx us, so we went past that. There's a few last things I want to say. I want to say thank you to. First, people I want to say thank you to is the parents and you that are here showing your support. I know it may seem cliche, it may be, you know, what it may sound like. But it's not. It is true. It is the reason why we do this and why you're here and why we appreciate it so much. Because in all honesty, not all schools still do this or have a recognition night that allows for the parents and community people to come and see the other side of the Patriots. Yeah, we see them on the court, we see them on the field, we see them in that light. We don't get to see this side of stuff. And it's very important to what we call, or what everybody talks about, the advice from the seniors. That's what makes a high school experience, is being involved and being participants in all these things. Second thing is I want to say thank you very much to the Clarkson staff. What was thrown in front of them in front of the pandemic and stuff last year at this time was massive. And I'm proud to say that our staff did not back away, but actually jumped to the fire. And any of you that talked about when we're in a crisis, you know, you're one of those people that jump to the issue, that do not run away. And that is what we have. And I'm also extremely proud to say that we are one of the few schools, not just along Highway 91, but in the county and neighboring county, that we decided that during this massive storm that was going on, we were going to be a lead boat. And we decided to continue our education. We did not simply give review packets. We did not simply say, hey, okay, do a worksheet, turn this in, that is good enough. Now, to the chagrin of the kids, I'm sure in the spring, even some parents, when there was like assignments going home and we were getting messages, probably in the moment it was like, you got to be kidding me. But the participation that we had from students and staff and the eagerness to do it is unmatched. And I'm not saying that to fluff it up, you know, because, oh, gee golly, it's an award night, I'm supposed to do this. It is the truth. And so, again, I take great pride in representing the Patriots and representing Clarkson Public Schools and going back for our staff. The last and most important people that I want to thank is the students of Clarkson. It has been incredible. It has been memorable, not just because we're in the tail ends of what was a pandemic, but it's been memorable of the way that we have, these kids have grown and they have now, and they respect and they handle themselves in a manner that you as parents can be extremely proud of. And know that your child is handling themselves the way that you would want them to handle themselves when they go out into the world, which, as part of our job, is that we help prepare them for that world when they leave these doors, especially the new seniors. And you guys, I mean it, I don't want to jinx myself, is that it took till end of February before there was a single disciplinary issue that I had to deal with. And that is something I do brag about with the other schools, because that did not happen with the other schools. There's definitely some choice words that the other administrators had for me, but I'm just a lucky guy that I got to be a part of this. And again, thank you students. And my final thing is Mrs. Kappel. Mrs. Kappel, I think she does just phenomenal things. She is great with the National Honor Society. She's incredible with the seniors, with the scholarships, with the universities and the colleges, and just trying to get kids on track. It is amazing. It takes an incredible amount of effort in and out of school. So Mrs. Kappel, in my eyes, you're right. So. With that, if class sponsors, if you would want to come grab their packets, and then the students, I think we have to go to the class sponsor, they have your packets for the evening, and with that, we're done. Oh, and pictures also. Thank you. Good night.